Howdy folks, welcome back to 59 Mile Arc. Today we got a short little trip for you, at least I think it's short. It might be one of those deals where I've bitten off more than I can chew, and it's actually going to be like 6 hours of flying when I think it's going to be half hour, but we'll find out. If so, that's my old bad planning. But we're in the Piper Archer today by Carenado. This is the same version of aircraft I ran in X-Plane 10. There's not been an update or anything. So same aircraft. I haven't flown an X-Plane 11 yet, so we'll find out if there's going to be any idiosyncrasies or anything to worry about. But where are we? We are in the Falkland Islands, and we're at Port Stanley, the capital of the Falkland Islands. Sierra Foxtrot Alpha Lima. We're going to fly south-southwest and go to Mount Pleasant, which is that the right call? Echo Golf Yankee Papa? Why is that an Echo and that's a Sierra? We're going to use a VOR so we can find Mount Pleasant. Otherwise, for the most part, is going to be a VFR flight. This is not a modeled airport, I'm sorry. I kind of assumed it would be since it's the capital of the Falkland Islands, but it's not modeled. I don't know if Mount Pleasant is modeled either. If you want to know where we are, pause the video and pull up Google and put in Stanley, Falkland Island, and you will see where we are. I had to move the aircraft to be in this location because there were no ramp starts. So I thought I would talk about that briefly. If you're wondering how to move your aircraft when there isn't a ramp start, you pull up your map, and if you double click on it and zoom in, you get this aircraft thing here, which I guess you can't see because I forget you can't see my mouse. And then you would use the dial where it says heading to swing your airplane around. Like I can go like this and move it around however I want to. And then I can click on the yellow airplane on the map that says U and move it around as well. So I can move myself around like this and put myself wherever I want to. Can I close that? Did I just screw myself up? Okay, there you go. Anyway, you can put yourself wherever you want to. That's how you move around if you don't have ramp starts. Otherwise, if there are ramp starts, you just go to your flight setup, click customize for the airport, and choose your ramp start. That's all that's done. In case it's not common knowledge to everybody, I actually didn't know about it until I figured it out on my own a couple months ago. So we have static elements. Oh, I didn't realize we had static elements, but we do. So let's get everybody inside, which they are. Let's turn off the static elements, close the doors, and get inside this thing. I'm going to have to quick review my presets. So there's 1, there's 2, which is IFR, 3, which are my switches, 4, which are my radios, like usual. 5 is wings, 6 is the other wings, 7 is cheating, or leaning ahead, 8 is overhead, but there's no overhead, so it looks like that's fuel. 9, don't know what I was doing with that one, and 10, another view. All right, there's not a whole lot to look at this aircraft, I guess. It is pretty straightforward and simple. You do have my door lock, which is now, how do you lock this thing? Latch, I know it works. There we go. And you have this light, which I thought was a heating element. It's not. It's a red light so you can see when you're flying at night without glaring on the screen. Anyway, quick rundown. I'm trying to make more out of this plane than it is. I haven't flown this in ages, but I really do enjoy this aircraft. So quite simple. You just turn on your batteries, turn on your fuel pump, turn on some lights, and carbon heat. I can't remember. I think it's open at first. I looked at the official checklist. There's like 4 things on it. You prime only if you need to. I'm going to prime anyway. Fuel forward, throttle about quarter way or so, and you turn the key, and it starts right up. Simple as that. Let's bring the idle down a little bit. Otherwise, that is it. Let's get some radios turned on. Now, if I use the right ones, I actually get distance. So this is... Does that actually work? It does. Okay, so nav 1. Let's use nav 1, which I believe is the top one because the digits match. We're going to put in 114.7, which is going to be over here. 114.6.5 and 7. And 114. Move that over. Looks like we're not picking it up yet. Or is this nav 1 down here? Let's try this. 114.7. And what I'm talking about picking it up is our distance. Whoops, 114. Nav 2, Nav 1. Okay. Anyway, we do want our ADF as well. There's an ADF out there. It's 380. There. picks up the ADF, why doesn't it pick up the VOR? Am I too low to the ground? Whatever. The 380 ADF is picked up, so we'll just do that, I guess. What do we want? I didn't actually put a... Whoops, I didn't write in the track. Okay. How did I overlook that detail? Well, I'm not going to quit the sim to look, so what is that runway? I didn't even write down the run... Weird. I guess I, like, half did this flight plan. I didn't finish the flight plan. I don't know. Let's go at it. That'd be 270. That'd be 30. Let's do 30 degrees. We'll attack that 30 degrees, and we'll just make the best of it. I'll have to move this one, too, because we have both nav tuned, so we might as well use them both. Why not? You know I like redundancy. If I had 8 VORs, or 8 nav, I would tune all 8 of them the same thing, because I can. So anyway, here we go. Simple as that. We're going to head out to runway 9, which is totally behind us. So I think, yeah, we don't need, landing lights. Yeah, where's the parking brake on this? Again, I have to throw a parking brake because my yoke is strange with parking brake. So that looks like parking brake is down when it's disengaged. Alrighty. This thing is so easy to maneuver here. I'm just going to swing right around and head out to the runway. No need to be on the ground longer than we need to be. So that'd be runway 27, so we actually have to head out to the left where that windsock is and come back and take off. I'll meet you there. Alright, here we are at the end of runway 9. Let's hit the parking brake for a second. And that should have come out. And it did. Good, good, good. We can come down here then, and we should be able to turn the fuel pump off. Good. Landing lights are on. Pitot heat is on. These are our interior lights, which don't matter because you can't see them right now. It's too bright outside. We have plenty of fuel. My flight plan does say we should only have 30 nautical miles of a flight, which is very short. I'm going to be bothered by my distance there. Maybe because we're not moving. Anyway, we have an ADF to point at. We have VOR to attack at 30 degrees. Everything should be good to go. So we are going to get flaps down. There we go. I guess we don't need all 3, but I got all 3. Let's just do 2. And parking brake. Hold the brakes. Give it some throttle. And let's get out of here as soon as we can. And my headphones are blaring loud. There we go. Okay, now I have my hands on the yoke. Sorry, I had my hands off the yoke to just volume. And we should just lift off pretty much on its own. There we go. Flaps in. Let's have a positive rate of climb, though. Fixed gear on this aircraft. There we go. Now we're cooking. Do we have anything yet? Still no distance indicated. Whatever. Maybe we're... Oh, you know what I just realized? It's probably not DME. Might just be VOR. You can't assume every VOR is DME. Let's have a look outside. At least our frame rates are super high. But, actually less to look at than I thought there would be, but... Oh boy, it's hard to fly at the same time. We're looking out the window. Anyway, basically we are just, we're just going to turn around and go along the coast and land. Nothing too complicated. I just wanted to do a fun little flight in the Piper. It's been a very long time since I've been in this aircraft. And I wanted to see how it behaved in X-Plane 11. And so far, it's as normal can be. I don't like that I have to look over there for my ADF, but whatever. Just going to make a little U-turn. Fly along the coast and have a look at the mountains. We'll trim down. We're at 1,300 feet. I don't really anticipate flying terribly high because I want to be able to sightsee and everything. So we'll trim down a little bit. Start to level off a little bit. Let's see what our wing views have to show us other than just ocean. We are flying very far south. I just wanted to go somewhere south, as far as I could get. about being in Antarctica. And this is pretty much it. So we're just east of the southern tip of South America. Nice views though, actually. Ooh, a lot of turbulence. How does our ADF look? Alright, so up and to the left. It's only 30 nautical miles, so it shouldn't be too far away. If we want to catch our VOR though, at that radio, we'll have to come pretty far south. I just want to check out these mountains just to see how nice it looks. We're just below the clouds. Nice cloudy day. The cloud shadows are a little light on the ground. I have to turn those up. Otherwise, you're looking at Stanley, the capital. As I mentioned, got some mountains going on. I don't think I saw any other airports other than these two when I looked at this area. I think that's how I end up choosing these two airports, because I didn't really have a choice. But looking good, looking good. I like the mountains. They're modest mountains. Nothing as dramatic as we've been seeing. We've been doing a lot of mountain flying lately, so it's kind of nice to do something slightly different. Nice to see some more water. It's been a while since we've seen water like this too. Nice wing view for our passengers. Like literally a wing view, a view of the wing. But it is nice to have my super high frame rates back. Where are we on the ADF? Alright, let's start heading. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something caused a gust here. Let's bring our throttle back even more. We're still climbing. We're at 2,500. I really have no idea where our airport is at all. It's definitely easier to fly at night because the airports light up before the ground lights light up. But in the daytime, if you don't know the area, you can get in big trouble in a hurry. What is our RPM right now? Okay. 23, and that's fine. Alright, so we should be pointing right at the airport. We are directly at the airport. The ADF, or the NDB, is right in the center of the field, pretty much. I don't see anything, though. Yeah, that VOR definitely doesn't have DME. That explains why I'm not getting the distance. But anyway, let's just enjoy the flight. I don't need to talk the entire time. My goodness, let's just enjoy the flight. And I'll see you when we have an airport. I don't have an airport yet, even though it's directly in front of us according to the ADF card. But I just want to do some VOR practice, so I reset my nav1 to 270 degrees. And we're just going to go a little more south until we line up with the 270 inbound radial to attack the VOR that way, and then it's just be a little dog leg to the right to land at the airport. We're just going to keep doing this for a moment. Oh, needle's starting to move a little bit. Just because there's not a whole lot going on right now. It's just low and fast and a couple mountains, and I did actually darken my cloud shadows on the ground a second ago, and you can see the tree lines add-on I have along that highway. That's kind of funny. So we're just gonna go like this. Now we got some better view of the mountains, and we will connect with this radial, and that is how we will approach the airport. Alright, I flew right through my radial because I was so busy sightseeing that I totally missed it. So let's aggressively turn back because now we're way past it. Oh well. We'll be okay though. And we're pretty low too. We're only 1,400 feet above sea level, so if we get close to the airport, we can just kill throttle and land. Gosh, we're way past it. Oh well. Well, there it is anyway. Forget it, we'll just land. Airport's in sight. ADF agrees. So it's time to kill some throttle a little bit. There we go. 2 red, 2 white. 3 red, 1 or 3 white now. Now we got 2 and 2. Landing lights are on. I think you already turned those on. Yep. So we are just going to land, and I'm not going to do any sightseeing after that last video where I had that very nice approach in the let because I didn't sightsee. And I realized that sightseeing during landing is not going to happen, but maybe during replay we can sightsee. I really get blown to the left here. Let's try to get back on course. We're still coming in really hot, so let's slow down a little bit. Oh, this is a modeled airport. Good. There we go. We can probably fly like this a little bit so we can see the mountains while we land. Actually, no, we can't because I can't see my VSI. Oh my gosh, I'm really getting blown left. Let's try to correct that. Let's trim up because we're below the glide slope, but I still want to slow down. Gear's always down because it's fixed. We'll do flaps in a moment here. Do I have a flap indicator down there somewhere? I must. Just haven't actually looked. It is so quiet when I draw back the throttle. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Alright, let's see. First set of flaps. We're going to float like crazy. Yes, we are. 2 and 2 on the Pappy. Bring it back throttle a little more. Trim up. We're getting blown left again. 3 and 1. Time to come down, and there's an aircraft. Oh, just went over the VOR. Is that an aircraft on the taxiway? Second set of flaps. Throttle back because we're high now. Too busy watching that aircraft taxi. What is that thing? Is that a fighter jet? Is that a... Nope. Is that a 737? No. That's a fighter jet. That's a fighter jet. Alright, I'm not watching. Darn it. That's what happens. Take your eye off for a second. Boy, kind of a crosswind here. I'll be ready to crab if I have to. We have so much runway, I'm just going to float as long as I can. Because we want to go to those hangars way off the other side anyway. Alright, throttle in now. Last set of flaps because I'm dragging in the back. There, now we're going to float. Now we got the throttle in. How high are we off the ground? There we go. I'm so used to the bigger planes that flaps in. I'm so used to the bigger planes that I think I'm about to touch down. But look how close we are on the ground. Looks like we're in the ground. Wow. Alright, let's Let's taxi over to those hangars there. And then we'll check our landing replay, although it wasn't very good because I expected touchdown much sooner. So I kind of dropped hard the last couple feet. Alright, we'll just park it right here as soon as we can. And there we go. Set the parking brake. And let's have a look at the replay. I haven't done any replays in X-Plane 11 yet because I'm scared of crashing the sim. But the fact you're watching this means that the sim did not crash. So let's have a look at the replay and see how crappy that landing was, because it was pretty bad. Alright, coming in with a little bit of crosswind and not even close to the center line. And the problem I had is I thought I was about to touch down, so I set it down, not realizing I had like 15 feet left, which I guess we're not going to see from this angle because I used 3/4 of the runway. So let's look at a different angle. Let's see what this looks like from a different view. Okay, here we are, just hogging as much runway as we can. And see, I thought I was touching down, and then I realized it wasn't, and then I was dragging, so I got more flaps because I was going so slow, and then we plunked. Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that horrible. I just haven't flown this aircraft in such a long time, and I'm used to the bigger planes. Alright, let's see if we can get some sightseeing done, since I'm not able to normally. Alright, here we are. Ooh, I like that they put all those hangars out there. That is really neat. Look at all those hangars. Huh, what else do we have in the area? Looking over to the water. We got our city there. And I believe that was a fighter jet, right? It was. Looks like that's the tower. What do they get to see? Oh, here we go. Let's land with the passenger before we put this thing away. Yeah, just really bad flap management. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It was realistic. Aircraft would have survived. But could have done better. Oh well, it's been a long time. Maybe next time. Let's go back to real time and put this thing away. Alright, here on the cockpit, I'm very glad that replay mode did not crash me, because I was having a lot. Whoops. Whoa, what's that button do? I didn't mean to do that. I'm very glad that we did not crash during replay mode, because I had a lot of problems with that in X-Plane 10 where I would crash while recording. So I haven't been using it, but now I can use it again. So what else can we do with this? Oh, I never turned my fuel switch on. Oopsie doopsie. So what else can we do with this thing? That's pretty much it. So we have to unlock the door to open it. Where's the click spot for the door? Right there. Very good. Let's come around the outside then and get our suitcases out for our passengers, who will gladly pay us, but probably not leave us a tip. But anyway, welcome to Mount Pleasant. Hope you enjoyed the flight. It was quick and easy. I did some ADF navigation. I did some VOR navigation. ADF navigation went well. VOR navigation was terrible because I was looking out the window, getting some nice screenshots when I blew right through my approach. But that's okay. Small aircraft. Very, very forgiving aircraft. I love it. It is payware. I love this aircraft. I don't fly it a whole lot though, because I do have other aircraft I prefer more. So you'll see this from time to time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the short video today. And lack of detail, but sometimes the simple ones are nice. I'm a minimalist, so there you go. Subscribe, like, share with your friends, stay tuned, and turn on notifications, because I will see you on the next one.